believe heavy firing and multiple blasts were reported during the ambush. The Maoists had placed landmines and IEDs in what clearly was an elaborately and meticulously planned operation. The Maoists usually fired from the rocky side, which then forced the Jawans to run towards that rivulet, which was
सिर्फ स्टूडेंट लोग ही कर रहे हैं, स्टूडेंट लोग हैं तो।
Watching NDTV 24/7, the national carnage that killed 75 CRPF jawans has stunned the country. In the deadliest attack ever, here's a blow-by-blow account of how the Maoist guerrillas laid out a meticulous plan and trapped the jawans who were walking back after a 72-hour deep penetration operation in the dense jungles in Dantewala. Naxals ambushed jawans. They fired from the rocky hilltop. It seems that the platoon was trapped between a rivulet and some kind of a rocky outgrowth. Now there was, as we believe, heavy firing and multiple blasts were reported during the ambush. The Maoists had placed landmines and IEDs in what clearly was an elaborately and meticulously planned operation. The Maoists, as we believe, fired from the rocky side, which then forced the jawans to run towards that rivulet, which was in fact had been completely mined. As the platoon tried to take cover, the landmines were then activated. One tool strike and the government's clash with the Maoists has turned into an all-out war, really the bloodiest attack yet by a Naxal group. It took place on early Tuesday morning in the jungles bordering Chhattisgarh and Andhra Pradesh. 1,000 Maoists were hiding in the forest. They then ambushed a group of 82 jawans, killing close to 75 and injuring 7. But the question that everyone's really asking right now is, how could this massacre have happened at all? Right, and after that massacre, today's attack points clearly points to holes in the intelligence, and also that standard procedures were not followed. In fact, several unanswered questions remain, some of them being, was the CRPF given incorrect intelligence? Had they gone to a Naxal camp in the area, which seemed to be a trap? Were they on their way back, and how were they really ambushed and then pathetically outnumbered? Yet, we believe the Naxals clearly knew every detail of the CRPF plan. They knew they would go to the camp and halt on their way back. The Naxal operation was in this way clearly planned well in advance. The other question that seems to remain unanswered is how the convoy was not using a minesweeper, surprisingly considering 11 anti-Naxal troops had died in Koraput in Orissa the day before yesterday when their vehicle went over Naxal landmines. So this is really an unanswered question. Another being why they did not follow the standard operating procedure of getting out of their vehicles and walking through areas where landmines were suspected. Again, surprising considering that their colleagues had died after making the same mistake on the 4th.